Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. You already know what this one is about. It is about KAYALI'S brand new Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. First, let's get into this packaging. I have never seen KAYALI do this kind of matte sheer, is that what we should call this? Because you can still see through it. Type packaging. They've had the reflective, and of course they have the glass bottles, and typically their caps are the same. So this white cap is definitely very interesting. It definitely stands out from the rest of the fragrances, but is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. I really like the reflective or the clear bottles. This is cute. It's just, I don't know, it didn't really move me. To me, it looks a little cheaper. I don't know, it could just be me. So, Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 is an EDP intense. Let's keep that in mind as we go through this review. So, I have Huda Beauty's website pulled up, and it says, for the product info, that this is a delicious explosion of irresistible and edible notes, including pistachio, voluptuous whipped cream, roasted hazelnut, sweet rum, fluffy marshmallow, and fizzy cotton candy. A truly yummy fragrance that charms with an unforgettable, intense gourmand scent trail that will have you smelling good enough to eat. The top notes are Italian bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, and cardamom. There's a lot of notes in this fragrance, by the way. Middle notes are geranium, white peony, muguet, I don't know how to say that. Jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and pear. And the base notes are whipped cream, marshmallows, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. Now, I got mine from Sephora's website, and in case you didn't know, this was not supposed to be released until March 21st. I don't know what was going on. I heard a lot of rumblings about this fragrance prior to KAYALI even announcing that they were releasing it, like from what I heard months ago. But I didn't want to buy it from them. I really wanted to purchase it from a reliable source. But when I found out on Tuesday that it was on Sephora and you could actually order it, I jumped at the chance. I'm sorry, Mona. At least I bought it from Sephora. This here is the 50 mls, which retails for $100. The 100 ml is $138. And of course, the cute little trial size, which I really adore, is $27. So let's get into how I feel about this fragrance. So I already have this fragrance on, and we'll get more into those details in a moment. But I'm just going to spray it right in the bend of my elbow. And for me, on my skin, when it opens, I get more of a freshness. I get more of the bergamot, kind of like the cardamom. I don't pick up on the hazelnut and pistachio that this claims that you get in the opening. But as it begins to dry down on my skin, it gets fruity. It's so crazy. Like, this fragrance, in my opinion, has it all. Like, you get the fresh, you get the floral, you get the fruity, you get the gourmand. It literally, and I feel like I say this about a lot of fragrances, but it's a roller coaster ride. The opening is not as sweet as I assumed that it would be, because there's so much talk about this being this mouth-watering gourmand that for me, the opening just does not give that. But the middle notes, definitely fruity. I get like the jasmine, the raspberry, white peach, and pear. Like, I definitely get more of a juicy fruitness to it. And then on dry down, it's sweet. Not like a chocolate sweet, in my opinion. Definitely more of that cotton candy marshmallow sweet. If I can give you a fragrance that it reminds me of that I had in my collection, it's something that I wore in high school, and it was Britney Spears Fantasy. Like, that is the first thing that came to my mind once it completely dried down on my skin. And I'm not saying that it is an exact replica of that fragrance. It just, something about the sweetness in it is very familiar to me. So let's talk longevity. This fragrance does not last on me at all. Like, I sprayed this and honestly, it was 3 hours later. I got like whiffs of it, but I feel like it was more so on the clothes I was wearing and not on my skin. Even though this is an intense fragrance, it's not giving intense on me. It becomes like a very intimate, almost skin scent pretty fast in my opinion, and don't really know how I feel about that. I'll give you an overall rating at the end. I am a self-proclaimed gourmand girl. Like, give me all the sweets. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but I like to smell like sweets. And personally, I wish I would have gotten a little more of the nuttiness to it. This to me is just very sweet. Marshmallow, cotton candy, absolutely. That's what I smell. Whipped cream, maybe. It's not that creamy to me either, but that is what it is giving. So here are a few of Mona's favorite layering combos. If you're not familiar with Kayali, their fragrances are really designed to wear together. You can play around and layer with them, and that is one thing that I really do enjoy about this fragrant house. But she likes to pair this, of course, with none other than Vanilla 28. She likes it with Deja Vu White Flower, Eaten Juicy Apple, and Love Fest Burning Cherry. I have a whole video where I reviewed all of the Kayali fragrances. It will be linked in the description box down below. So I have tried out a couple of these combos and I threw in one of my own. Personally, I don't want to mix it with Vanilla 28. I like sweet, but I feel like that's too sweet. Eventually, I may try it, but I was not interested. I did try it with Deja Vu White Flower yesterday, and that's not one of my favorites. I am not a big fan of that fragrance on its own. And adding it or layering it with the yummy pistachio gelato didn't really move me either. Wasn't really a big fan. And honestly, the Deja Vu White Flower lasted longer on my skin, and that is all that I ended up smelling yesterday. I did try it with Eaten Juicy Apple. Eaten Juicy Apple is another that really isn't my favorite, but when it comes to layering, it literally works with almost every other fragrance in their collection. So I have it on this wrist, and it's giving me a candied apple vibe. Like, I really do like this together. It gives more depth to the Eaten Juicy Apple in my opinion. So yeah, it makes it a juicier cotton candy, and so when I am feeling sweet, I will wear that together. I have not tried it with Love Fest Burning Cherry. That is one of my favorites on its own. I don't really know if I want to feel the need to sweeten that up, so I don't know. But on this wrist, I layered it with Citrus 8. Is that what citrus is called? Which on its own, not one of my favorites, but it is a very citrus, like, if you want citrus, it's citrus. I would wear this combination together simply because I'm not a big fan of citrus on its own, but even as I smell it now, all I smell is the citrus. Like, I feel like the pistachio gelato has already faded into my skin, and it's leaving the other fragrance to linger. So to wrap this up, I will say that yes, I do love this Yum Pistachio Gelato. I don't really think it lived up to the hype. I was expecting more intense, honestly. Will I wear it? Absolutely. Will I repurchase it? Maybe. We shall see. But in my opinion, I would give this fragrance like a 7.5 because I do enjoy it. I just wish that it lasted longer. I'll definitely have to work on layering it. Let me tell you what I did today though to try and make it last longer. I made sure that I was fully moisturized. I went in with Fenty's body butters, which are full of oils, and those are things that help your fragrances last longer, and no, it still has not worked for me. So just keep that in mind if you are planning to purchase this. A lot of these are blind buys. With that being said, I do like this fragrance. If you are into really sweet, gourmandish type scents, you will definitely enjoy this. Maybe it'll be longer lasting on you, maybe just not on me. We all have different body chemistries, but comment down below and let me know, was this on your wish list? Do you still plan on picking it up, or do you already have it in your collection like I do? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you really soon.